Recording in progress.
Okay, 12:05, we will get started. Welcome everyone to this webinar. It's a pleasure for us to be here with you, and thank you for taking the time to join us. My name is Daphne Charles. If you are a returning attendee, you are probably familiar with my face because I do host these webinars almost every month now. So I'm a HELP graduate. I benefited from the HELP scholarship in 2007, and I graduated in 2012. I studied agro economics at University Quisqueya in Haiti. And I've been back to HELP for 6 years now, and I'm working as a development officer and alumni affairs associate. So welcome to this special webinar where we are going to discuss and talk about our academics at HELP. As you guys may see, it's 12, and if you are in Eastern time, it's probably lunch time. So what I will tell you is just, make yourself comfortable, bring your lunch with you, have your drinks. I have mine just right there. Okay, bring your drinks with you and then just chill. And as we having this nice conversation with our panelists this morning. So if you are joining for the first time, we are an organization called HELP, Haitian Education and Leadership Program. And HELP has been around for more than 26 years now. And HELP is operating in Haiti and is the largest university scholarship and leadership program in Haiti. And the discussion today is going to be about academics. The academics are courses that are offered to our students in addition to classes that they are following at the university. So we give scholarship to students. They go to different universities, but in addition to these, and in addition to a bunch of other services that we offer, a key component is our academics, our classes. These classes are English classes, and I will confess that's how I learned my English when I was a HELP student, and it's a 4 years program. We also have the Citizenship and Leadership class, which is a special curriculum designed for Haiti and also for our student. We have the person behind this curriculum in the audience, and she's our academic director, Megan Bowser. Shout out to Megan and her team. And the third class offered is a computer class, and it's a 2 years basic computer literacy program that we offer to our students. Because sometimes people may think, why do we need this? What do we need additional classes? This is not going to university. But something that you have to understand is in Haiti, when you go to university, it's mostly the benches, the professor, if there's one, and the board. That's it. And all the additional services that career services or even English, and sometimes even the computer lab is not available, or the capacity does not fit the number of students in the university. And that is the problem that we have in Haiti. But when the founders of this program, they were constructing the program, they understood that for the beneficiaries to be qualified professionals, they needed more. They needed to have all these soft skills so that they can be ready for the workplace, and also so that they could fulfill the help mission, which is to create a new generation of young leaders, professionals that will contribute more to a just society in Haiti. You will agree with me that in most schools, they don't teach leadership. So that's why we had to develop a specific curriculum in leadership. And who can work, we can go in the workforce now without English or computer skills. So that's why these classes were added to the services that we offered to students. But I'm an outsider now, so I left help more than 10 years now. But these students that you are seeing on your screen, they are current students who are benefiting from this program. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to them. I will give them 1 minute each so that they can introduce themselves, and we will start the discussion. Let's start with you, Bestie. Bestie is my intern, so I give her the spot.
Thank you, Ms. Nisha. My name is Bestie Gustave. I am from Carrefour, which port is in the West Department in Haiti. I am an economics student. I am in my 4th year. I am in my 4th year at HELP 2, which means 4th year in leadership and English, and my 2nd year in IT, computer science. And I am, as Mrs. Shaw said, I am the intern of the development department.
Awesome. Thank you, Bestie. Mr. Carl.
Hello, everyone. My name is Instructor. I'm studying economics at Notre Dame University. I'm from Maroge, a town in a city called Mole Saint Nicolas in the northwest of Haiti. I'm in my 4th year at here. I'm very passionate about leadership and entrepreneurship, and currently I make an internship at an entrepreneurship hub. So I am very happy to be here with you.
Thank you, Justica. Bestie.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bestie. I am a senior student in education sciences, and I'm currently working on my final thesis, which is a requirement for my undergraduate studies. I am from the West, from Carrefour, the same as Bershi, and well, this is an honor to be with you today.
Okay, awesome. So now that you know, you can put a name behind these spaces. I will also remind you that this is going to be a conversation. I will ask some questions to the students. But if you guys in the audience, you have any questions, please use the Q&A box. I will be checking it often so that I can ask your questions that you have for the students. We will also leave, a few minutes at the end also to address other questions that are coming in. So as I said, relax, eat your lunch, get your drinks, and just enjoy a great conversation. So I already talked about the 3 classes that we offer that help: citizenship and leadership, English, and IT. I think the first thing would be to ask the students to describe a little bit the content of each of these classes. Yes, you will start?
Yes. Thank you for the question, Mrs. Shaws. I am going to talk about the English courses, and the other courses are going to be taught by Justicia and Bestie. The first thing that HELP do when you come first at HELP for the English part, they do what we call a SLEP test. In the SLEP test, we have tests on listening, on speaking, writing, and reading. The grades we have will tell the administration if you are going to be in the 1st year at here, the 2nd year, the 3rd year, and or the 4th year. For the class, they are working, the teachers working on our speaking, our grammars, our listening, all the things that we need to speak like a native speaker. So for example, for this year, we have we have course about things that we will need for the job market. For my final project for the 1st semester, I had to make an interview with my teacher, like an employee. So it was really good. I had a good grades for that. And for the 2nd semester, you have the choice to take like the normal class and write a final project, and you can too take the prepare TOEFL class, because help give us the chance to prepare ourselves if we want to take the TOEFL test. So it's those two things, and in additional to the course, help give us the opportunity to practice English in extra activity, like in English Please Club and Saturday activities. There is tutoring program too. If you are not really good in English, there were other students which are better than you. They help you without nothing. You don't give them any cookies. They just come and help you for that. They just want you to be as great as they are. So this is what in the English part.
Awesome. Bessie, let me ask you this quickly. So which level did you get in when you first came to help?
I was in level 1 when I first came to help.
Wow, look at you now. So let me disclose that all our students are speaking English, but we are in Haiti currently, and in Haiti we speak Creole, and the second language that we speak in French is French. So that means English is our third language. And look at these students. Look at these students and how they are expressing themselves in English. It already shows you the impact. And it's the same for all of us. We learned grammar English when we were in high school, but we really were able to speak the language after we benefited the help program. So let me turn now to Juste Cœur. Juste Cœur, you talk a lot about technology. Tell us a little bit about the content of the IT class.
Okay, so IT class is a class that I really love, because you know that currently we can do anything with our technology. So if I have to talk about the structure of our class, it's a class of 2 years. So in the first year, we have access to learn a lot about Microsoft Word, to write some letters, some text, and after that you have access to introduce to Microsoft Excel. And with this software, you have access to make some calcul. You have also the possibility to introduce to Microsoft PowerPoint. So teacher teach you, or you can present, or you can create a presentation to make a pitch, and also teacher help you, or you can create a brand, manage your social media, or you can use Microsoft Outlook. And in the second year, teacher try to give you more information about Word, Excel, so Word and Excel advanced. And after that, you have access to know about Microsoft Access. So you know that data is very critical in this world. So with Microsoft Access, you have the possibility to manage data. And after that, you have more things about brand, because teacher will explain you or will show you, or you can create a blog. So you can create a blog for yourself, for your business, for your initiative, and other things. So also we have the possibility to know about Coelho to create some design, because you know now everything that you are doing, it should be fancy. And with Coelho, it's possible to create your logo, some design, some artwork. So in a summary, I think it's the content of the IT class.
So thank you. People can understand why you guys are good interns. You know, when you have these soft skills in computer, this makes a difference. But we're going to talk now about our citizenship and leadership program. This is very key, because remember, I mentioned the help mission, and then remember it's creating a new generation of young leaders, so that we can create these leaders that can bring change to the country. We have developed a specific curriculum. This is going to tell us a little bit about this program and its content.
Yeah, I mean, for our civic engagement and leadership class, for me, that is one of the most important component of our program, actually. This is, first of all, when we get here in our first year, we have to take a pre-assessment in order to see what we know already about leadership. So for me, it was not a lot actually, because outside of health, we don't really talk about leadership in our classrooms here in Haiti. So this is a class where you can express yourself really about the problems that we are encountering here in Haiti. We talk about power, about politics, we talk about rights, civil rights, how to implement community project, how to do community outreach, and so on. So for us, for me, and I think for all of us, this is a class where you can actually hone your skills and start to think about how you will use the skills and the knowledge that you get here at HELP and from your university to implement something that can bring change. And I think in addition to our civic class, we actually have service learning project where we actually connect the theories that we see in class to the reality. So this is the moment for us to start thinking about a project that is important for us and to implement it and to experience theories, experience models of civic engagement. And we do have LeadX where we try to learn from people that have more experience so we can have people from the government, people for civic engagement, civic society actually came here to tell us about the problem. And we do have FLL. FLL, this is a program for young women. I am myself an alumni. And what we do here is empower. We are actually working on women empowerment, how to bring the best out of our girls here at HELP. So I think this is a whole package, the civic engagement. And for me, that is actually one of the most important parts of being at HELP.
That's awesome. And the word that you use is key. It's a package. It's a great comprehensive package, well designed to ensure the success of our students. Let me pause a little bit on the SLP, service learning project, because the students not only they take classes, but students are required to volunteer their time in community project. Bestie, talk a little bit about that. Instructor and Bestie, can you just mention quickly what are you guys doing in your service learning project right now?
Okay. We had a service learning project from our third year. We had to think about a problem that we are facing in Haiti and to define a project about this, to define a project on this problem. So my friends and I chose to talk about plagiarism. So we started when we were in our third year, but we was obliged to stop because of the situation of the country. So now we are trying to make I say that only one project, because we were divided between many projects, but now we are trying to make only one because of the situation of the country. But my friends and I keep working on our project by trying to make some text to speak with children about plagiarism and how to not do plagiarism.
Okay, according to me, my team, we have a club, and so this club teach young about leadership, so personal development, and about professional development. So we teach also some content related to entrepreneurship. But I want to say that with Grow SLP, you also have the possibility to develop other projects. So me, after my SLP, the club, so I have a project in my community, plus Programme de Leadership et d'Entrepreneuriat Scolaire. So we teach young in the high school leadership and entrepreneurship to help them to showcase themselves, to improve their sense of creativity. And this year, we obtain a grant so to make more impact in our community. So it's also something that we achieve according to the course of leadership at Yale.
Awesome, that's great, and congratulations on that, Justica, for getting that grant to go further with your service learning project. But as people could listen, they were like, "Oh, these students are busy," and I bet you are. So, can you guys talk a little bit on how you manage all of that? Try to balance all these things together. Going to classes, you have homeworks, you have exams, you have help classes, you have service learning project, and all the other extracurricular activities that you guys mentioned. How do you guys balance all of that?
So for me, I can say that I love that too, because I'm a former president of the student committee at Yale. So after all the things that you came to say, I do other things. But I think we have two values that help us to make those things. The first is about solidarity, because when you are at Yale, you have access to a network. So other students support you. So if I'm going to a class at Notre Dame, so Bestie can support me if I'm down, if it is at Yale, so people can say, "Oh, Justica, don't forget to do that, don't forget to do that." It is the first thing. The second thing, it's about our dream, because when you are an helper, you are here to make impact. You are a purpose, you are a dream. So when we think about what we motivated to be here, when you think with our family, when we think with the mission of help, when we think with the country, so we see that we have to work. We have to take things seriously. So there's motivation, keep us with a great energy and to work to balance everything that we are doing. And sometimes we party also.
You party also, yeah, I know that. You find time to party, and we also find time to dance, to sing. I know all the talents that you guys. I mean, it's amazing. It's very impressive. Bessie and Belshi, what would you add to that?
Okay. For me, I think this is the same thing for as Justica, solidarity and motivation or self-motivation. And I can say that we like that too, because we like being always busy, because I think that before help, I wasn't aware that we have 24 hours during the day. So 24 hours, it's a lot. You have many things that you can do in 24 hours. So help me help me to discover this thing. And I remember that once it was a Monday morning, I just wake up and I see that I have nothing to do. I was afraid, because I know that if I miss something, that will be very, very bad for me. So I was trying to think about what I had to do. So I was fortunate. I had nothing to do. So I think that this is amazing, and this is help us to give ourselves discipline, so we can prepare ourselves for the job market.
Awesome. That's good. That's good, because you're not gonna be less busy when you start to work. I can guarantee you that. Bessie, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I definitely can relate to what Bessie is saying. Actually, we'll be overthinking about not having anything to do, because we know this is not normal. We got to, we have to forget something. Yeah, but I would say that first of all, we have a requirement to maintain our excellence here at Health. And that is maybe one of the first things that can motivate us to make sure that we are getting everything right. But also, secondly, we understand that we have access to one of the biggest opportunity that we can have here in Haiti. And for us, that is a must, not to waste any second of it, and to make the best out of it, actually. So for me, that would be the motivation. We gotta keep going. Gotta get the best out of it. Gotta give the best of me also. So that's the motivation here.
I love that. You see, I'm having good goosebumps. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have so much. We are so privileged to be here. We got we had any time to waste, and I completely agree with that. My next question would be, how do you think all these additional soft skills to the different curriculum have proven to be critical in your career so far? Just take care? Okay.
Yeah, I think the skills are very critical in our career. So I'll try to separate them. And firstly, if we consider the leadership skills, it is very necessary for a professional, a young professional, to know about leadership, to have a good communication, to know how to manage people, how to collaborate with people. So it's something that it's the first thing that you need to difference yourself to other professionals. Because me, I'm studying economics, so I know about mathematics. I know about many theories of economics, but have the soft skills, have the leadership experience, serve your community. It's something different. And when we try to focus on IT computer, so in 2023, if you don't know how to work online, or to make a follow-up online, if you can't manage a Google Drive, if you can't do an online meeting with Zoom, with do Google Meet, it will be difficult for you to have a great job. It will be difficult for you to stay in Haiti and work in the United States, in Europe. So it's very necessary to know about technology. It's very necessary to know how you can brand yourself in social media, because it is very important now. And after that, when we talk about English, so me, I think English is one way to open yourself to the world. Because I remember in my internship at Bunge, I work as the assistant of the CEO of the first entrepreneurship urban Haiti, and I had to collaborate with Discovery Channel, World Dream Project, Ayasha Media. And to coordinate this project, everyone talk only English, only English. So when you are talking with someone on Japan, you have two possibilities: talk in English or in Japanese. So I don't know anything on Japanese. So if you don't know anything about English, if you can express yourself, because you can have good idea, good thoughts, good knowledge, but if you don't have the possibility to share them, to share this knowledge through a language, it will be very difficult for you to grow up. So English is very critical to do that currently. So I think there's three courses are very critical for us on this way that I came to explain.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And let me, personally congratulate you, Jessica, because I remember when you first came out Help, and I think it was 2019. We did a video, and I have actually, I have a short video of that, and I said I'm gonna save that because I know when you will be graduated, your English would be so much better. And already, you are not at that level. I can testify to that. So, and you really on the right path, and I congratulate you for that. Bestie, would you like to add something to that?
Yeah, I think pretty much that was a good summary of how actually health classes is going to help us throughout our career. But I just want to add that health classes just help us stand out from the crowd, Um, I don't doubt, like, if we have a lot of CVs, resume, possibly we will get the attention that we need. And I think this is something that we need to be grateful for, because it's not about being, um, an arrogant or something like this, but you can clearly see the difference between a help student and someone who unfortunately didn't have access to these opportunities. So for me, like Justoker mentioned before, this is the soft skills that you need here in Haiti to stand up, not just only in Haiti, actually, everywhere in this world. So I'm really grateful for that.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Bessie.
Okay, I think that Bessie and Justica already said everything, but I just wanted to add something about the leadership course, because I think that sometimes Asian students forget that we are going to universities to serve our community. We are becoming um, engineer to serve our community. But the leadership course help us remember that we are not only there to make money, but we have to work for our community. So the leadership course and other things that help us remember those things.
I
That's awesome.
just want to add something. Like actually I'm working on my final thesis, like I said, and I am questioning the role of university in raising students that can tackle global civic issues. Actually in my university at Kiskia. And I was able to see clearly a difference between help student and university student. They clearly told me that university didn't train them to address issues in their community. So this is complement what you said. Yeah, we do have something really important here at Help. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. That's awesome. I'm loving, and I guess my audience also, they are loving what they are listening. Let me ask this question to Beashi. Because she mentioned how like she entered level 1 of English, and I'm guessing it was not easy for you, Beashi. If you could talk a little bit about the difficulties that you had learning English, and also what advice would you give to people in regard to learning English?
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Shaws. I think that there were two big difficulties that I overcome when I first came to here, but until now. The first one was when I was in my first year. I was afraid to speak because I was afraid of what people would do or what people would think about what I'm saying. But at here we have to speak in the class because you will lose point of participation, which is very important to have your global grades. So I decided to overcome my fear and started to speak and impress myself in English. The other difficulty was about the stress. You know, English is a very beautiful language, but there is this thing that called stress. You have only capacity, so it was a little bit difficult for me to stress the word, but thanks to my teachers, Mr. Alston, Mrs. Bernal, and Mr. Reed, they just take their time to help us with those things. So if I could say something, or if I could give an advice to someone who wants to learn English, is that give yourself the chance to learn English, because this is a very beautiful language and a useful language. And give yourself the chance to make error, because you can't speak if you don't make error, because these errors will help you to learn from them. And put yourself in an environment English, like always listen to English music, watch English videos, English movies, and start thinking in English. These are things that will help you to improve yourself in English.
Thank you. Thank you. These are great advice. Until now, I still struggle with pronunciation, and it's an everyday work. You know, you have to be consistent every day so that you can learn English. So this video will be uploaded on YouTube, and I guess our audience, even some people in Haiti, they will learn a lot from the advice that you shared. I saw Mr. I hope it's Mr. Sorry if it's not. I saw Mr. Dwight Bowser raise his hands. Please put if it's a question, there's a Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Please write your questions there. That's how we are going to receive questions and feedback. Please write your questions there, and then it will be a pleasure to share it with our students. I have another question, and this question I will direct it to Bessie. Bessie, tell me a little bit, what was your level of leadership before HELP, and how that has changed? And how do you intend to use your leadership skills to serve your community?
For me, I would say that there is a big difference between me before HELP and then right now. First of all, I have indeed been involved in certain type of activities related to leadership, whether it's been volunteering, but I think the big difference is awareness. Like our English teacher likes saying this, awareness is the key to life. So I was not aware that I was doing something that can actually contribute to build a change. And I think I was lacking of discipline actually, because I didn't know what I was doing. It was just actually brainstorming, you know. But here at HELP, we actually learn the willpower of our action, of our words, and how we can actually reinforce and foster change in our community. So for me, well, I already started the way that I can. I actually implemented a community project, which is on teacher training. We've been able since January 2022 to host 11 training sessions for teachers who are not certified, because in Haiti right now we have more than 80% of teachers who are not certified. So we bring training on pedagogy, civic engagement, financial education to them. So for me, this is a first way to contribute to my community. It might not be big, it's just a drop of water in the ocean, but we gotta start somewhere. And I intend to continue with that and also allow myself to discover new perspective, learn from people who already implemented big activities, civic engagement activities in their community. And well, this is how I intend to continue, with my engagement in my community.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you, Bessie. And I'm very proud of the work that you have already studied. And I have no doubt it's going to be big. It may start small now, but I have no doubt it's going to be big. I will have you. You will return, for an update on that after a few years so that you can share to what you've been doing. Thank you for doing that. Justica, let me ask you a question. What would you tell our supporters about the importance of having HELP classes in addition to university classes?
Firstly, I want to thank my supporters because they accept to invest in us in order to make change in Haiti, to become young leaders and professional. But what I can say about the importance of this course, it's because when I'm going at Notre Dame University, I don't have the access to a course in IT computer. I don't have access to a high-level course in English, but I need it. For example, when a teacher give you some homeworks in econometrics, so you have to use some software as if used as a studio. You have to make some typing to prepare some work. And if HELP don't give you this course, it will be very difficult for you to go up and to have a big standard as a professional. So I think that the training will not be complete if we don't have these three courses.
Awesome. Well said. I have a question for you guys, but I think it's a beautiful question because you will have the opportunity to talk about your favorite teacher at HELP. So it's a question from Paul I would say Martin if I was speaking English, but it might be Paul Martin. Bear with me, Paul, okay? So the question that we have from Paul is, could you tell us what you like the most about one of your favorite HELP faculty member? Well, we do not have faculty members, but I think the instructors, because these students are here because we have dedicated staff, dedicated instructors that are giving these classes. So what would you say that you like most about your favorite instructor at HELP?
Okay, I guess that I go first. It's a little bit very difficult for me to just choose one of my teachers because they are all great teacher and good teachers. And so I think that I am going to talk about Mr. Alcin. I think Mr. Alcin always take his time to help us with English because English is not our language. We are not living in USA or England. So we are in Haiti. So it very takes his time to help us to help us pronounce well, to think well, to well organize our homework. So this is a thing that I really appreciate at him. So I think that this is for Mr. Alsen.
Okay, big shout out to Mr. Alsen. So Megan, please tell Mr. Alsen how appreciative Bestie is. Bessie, what would you say?
Right away, I'm going to say Mrs. Moser, actually.
Yeah, who's in the audience?
Big shout out to Mrs. Moser. Actually, I discovered Mrs. Moser at the end of my studies, my last semester at HELP, actually. And it was the most engaging class I've ever had at HELP. I mean, all of my teachers are wonderful, but as someone who will become a teacher, because I'm in education, I would strive to be a teacher like Mrs. Bowser. I think what I like most about her is how she's always available to help you. I remember I was in our class and I'll text her telling her, oh, Mrs. Bowser, I don't feel like I'm ready for academic writing. And this is extra work for her as she's working in different type of department here at HELP, but she was ready to do it with me. It was extra work, but she still helped me. And I think I had other experiences with her throughout the class that I took at Bud College. And we actually had to flew to Bishkek for a conference, and she was more excited than us. And she was like, are you going to send me photos and everything? So this is, I mean, I think this is the opportunity for me to thank you publicly for the work that you are doing. And I think we all can say a nice thing about Mrs. Bowser. So thank you a lot, Mrs. Bowser.
That's good. I'm being emotional right now. So, so just think, what's your favorite teacher and what would you say about him or about her?
Firstly, I want to thank all teachers that I have at HELP because I think that they are really wonderful. But I want to say that one thing that I really love in one of our teacher is because he's not only a teacher, he is a mentor who is always available for you, even if you are not still a student in his class. So his name is Odile Kojelas. So I think he's not only a teacher, but also a mentor.
That's awesome. Yeah, Odile is also one of our graduates who is teaching citizenship and leadership. And yeah, it's a very dedicated staff, and that is visible to everybody. Oh, thank you so much, Paul, for this question, and the floor is yours now to the audience. If you have any questions that you would like to ask about the HELP program, I can respond to that. But or are there any questions about the HELP classes? to our panelists today. It's if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box, and I will ask them. So there's a question from an anonymous person is asking, what you think make the biggest difference between you and your peers at the universities because of the help classes?
You can go this time.
Yeah, I would say almost everything, actually. The perspective, for example, that we have of life, the perspective that we have of people and our future, we look more certain. I don't know if I can use this word, when we're talking about our future than our university student. Maybe this is because of this network that we have and all of the opportunities that are available to us. For me, when I look at my future, I am more relaxed of it. I know that I've had soft skills from help that gonna help me stand out from the crowd. But I actually sometimes you can actually feel the anxiety in your peers sometimes when they're talking about the new perspective, the perspective for the future. And also, I think there are basic things that for us is just normal, but for them, you can see that it's very, very difficult and they are struggling. And this is also why sometimes, as someone who had access to this opportunity, we actually are really open to help them, whether it's by helping them with homework or spending more time with them, explaining something, So I would say IT classes, English classes, leadership classes, those are really important for me. Actually, I think, like Justika mentioned, our courses would have not been complete if we didn't have those. Yeah.
Awesome. Well said, Bessie. Is there something else you would like to add, Bessie or Justika?
I just wanted to add an experience that I have in my university. I was in a class, and the teacher was talking about Excel, things about Excel, and all the students they were just like afraid of what the teacher was saying. But we helped students. We were quiet because we already saw those things in our class, in our help class. So this is one of the reasons that why me and some friends and some help students who are at the Ram University are starting to think about how we can help them, because they are going to be in the labor market. They need those things, but unfortunately, as Jessica said, the university didn't give those things to them. So we are thinking about how we can help them, because we can't just see a problem and as help teachers, we can't see a problem and just stay up and do nothing.
Awesome. You want to add something, Justika?
Yeah, I just want to add that the content that that our teachers share with us in class help us to create value. So when I say to create value, when your teacher in English give you some homework and he asks you to write a blog, to make a vlog, and you choose a subject that you can share something to our community. When you have to develop a project in IT class, so you have the possibility to create value. And when you are in the leadership class, so you think about our issues in AET and you choose a community to make impact. So I think this class gives us the possibility to create value.
That's well put, Justika. Thank you. We have a question from Nick Royal. I think I got that right. So in school classes in Haiti, the classes in school, are they in French, English, or both?
For
the classes in school classes, I mean, at the university.
In other universities, we only have course in French and Creole. We only have English class, English language for English class, which is a very, how can I say that, basic thing that they try to teach us in English, because English is becoming the mondial, the global language. So they try to teach us some things in English. So, but in only one course, but the course are in Creole and French.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. It's only French and Creole that they use in the classroom. So, and Dwight Bowser, who wanted who has raised his hand earlier, says that this is not a question, but a compliment. You are all so very articulate in your third language. I think that I would try to enroll in help to learn how to articulate myself in English, my first language. Congratulations. Thank you very much for saying that. So this is help. This is the program, and this is how the academics, these additional classes are important. Myself, as a health graduate, I always said, I have a diploma in agroeconomics, which is a kind of combination between agriculture and economics. But I was never asked to show my diploma when I applied for a job. But for the 3 jobs that I had in my career so far, the conversation always started in English. So it's I think I could say like English was even more important for me than the diploma itself. And I think that makes a lot of difference. And all of the soft skills that our panelists, they mentioned, and how this kind of differ them from the crowd, they stand out, to use Bestie's word. So this is really what any professional they need to thrive in their career. But unfortunately, these are not available in the school system in Haiti. But our staff, the leadership, the board of health, they understood that this is critical. If we want to create the leaders of tomorrow, we need to give them a complete package. You guys need to understand that we have great demands every year for a scholarship at Help. Usually it's about 300 people with a straight A that apply for a scholarship at Help. And usually we are able to give about 50 if we have enough found. It's between 25 and 50. So the demands are really great, and we try to do the best that we can. As soon as we have one bed, we will take one additional student. And we will be happy to just give scholarship. But we also understand if you have people with diploma, but they cannot find job, they cannot keep a job, they cannot do the job well, it's kind of wasting the resources, right? So it's a fight every time that when we need to add an additional services to the students, it's always a fight, because that means it's less scholarships and more service for existing scholarship. But I think from our panelists today, you will all agree that when we decided to add English, to add citizenship and leadership classes, to add IT, we made the good decision. And this is because of our supporters who help us every day, every year, that understand the necessity to give a complete training to our beneficiaries, because this makes a big difference in their life. So we have 2 more minutes. I'm going to give each of our panelists 30 seconds to say any last words that they have.
Okay. I would like to thank HELP because of this opportunity. I think that I will never have enough words to thank HELP, because they just, Mr. Kono and Mr. Gary, they just came with this program, and I don't think that they thought out, they think about how beautiful, how important will be this program. So this is my first thanks, and I would like to thank to all the supporters and all the staff members who are making a Bestie, who made me what I am today. So it's I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of my my friends, my other help students. So my other help students. So I can say that the only words that I can use today is thank you, and I just give myself a chance to not forget that, and to know what or why why the program exists, and what I have to do with this opportunity that I benefit.
Awesome. Thank you, Bestie. Just a girl.
Thank you, Mrs. Charles. So I just want to say, when you choose help, so you choose one of the best way to create change maker, because we have the possibility to connect leadership, citizenship, and technology currently, and you create change maker. And with change maker, we can think that we will have change in the future. So thank you to everyone here to choose you.
Thank you, Bessie.
Yeah, I wanted first to give a big shout out to Mr. Bowen and then Mrs. Bowser and everyone who joined us for this wonderful conversation. I think that I am really grateful for this opportunity. I am also grateful for all of you who made a lot of sacrifices so that you can contribute to this program and bring change to Haiti. So thank you a lot, and it was nice to be with you.
Okay. So as Bessie said, it's one way. Merci, and that's thank you in Creole. So merci to everybody for making that possible and for creating new Besties, new bases, and new Juste Cœur. Thank you so much for joining us today. Visit our website if you'd like to learn more about the program. If you'd like to contact me personally, I will leave my email right now in the chat. If you'd like to talk more or just learn about the program or ask any questions, I put my email in the chat so that guys, you can reach out to me. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And then I hope I will see you in our next webinar. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Juste Cœur. Thank you, Bestie. Thank you, Bessie, for your wonderful work. Bye-bye, everybody.